Why are Yu-Gi-Oh turns so long? Let's watch.
A man played one turn of Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel in 15 minutes. This is what happened to his brain.
What happened?
RR is a career YouTube and Twitch streamer presenting to a YouTube video with sudden onset frustration.
Don't you love it?
Takes in his rants.
Every now and then there is a big YouTuber who doesn't play Yu-Gi-Oh that just like starts talking about it and it's like Yu-Gi-Oh is the worst piece of shit ever, and everyone is like, actually you're not wrong, but I don't like how you say it.
And begins to reflect, posting response after response, defending their enjoyment of a children's card game. As a streamer, RR's journey blossomed through other card games which prioritize back and forth gameplay. After being exposed to Yu-Gi-Oh through his involvement in numerous non-Yu-Gi-Oh player rates Yu-Gi-Oh card videos, RR would take the fateful plunge and launch Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. The
Huge
recorded
mistake.
gameplay features him crossing paths with Rika Sanavalon, where in a 15-minute duel, RR plays for about 3 minutes, causing an immediate spike to his cortisol. Corti, meaning arousing feelings of being, and soul, meaning bozo, leading to an angry rant where we are now. To understand why you can do so much in a Yu-Gi-Oh turn, we have to turn to what Yu-Gi-Oh lacks.
What
A
is it?
resource system.
Oh,
Unlike
energy
Yu-Gi-Oh, other
and
card games
mana.
have a resource system, something that limits the amount of play that each player can make. And while some Master Duel players struggle against the timer where 300 seconds is not enough time to execute their twisted game plan, other games took a more sensible approach. In the game Hearthstone, both players are bound to a mana system. Each card or
one
hero
mana.
has a mana cost associated with it, meaning each decision brings you closer to running out of resources and having to pass back to your opponent. Furthermore, the mana pool in Hearthstone ramps up as the game progresses, meaning, unfortunately, duelists, no FTKs. However, Yu-Gi-Oh, taking inspiration from all the card games around it, said, nah, we're good, I'ma do me. The game of Yu-Gi-Oh has no overarching.
I don't know. I feel like there is a discussion every time about this, about the resource, and it's like the cards are the resource. That's what makes it cool. The game is too slow. I play Pokemon and it's too slow sometimes. You know, it's more fun like this, but at the same time it gets boring because the opponent can do so many things. It's like one of those things. When I do it, it's so cool. When the opponent does it, please let me be free.
Arcing resource system limiting the combos you can pull off. It's just as Bethesda lead Todd Howard once said, you see that entire hand? You can play it.
What is this video, dude? Yu-Gi-Oh, you're so funny. You kind of need the right mindset to play more in Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah, I feel like Yu-Gi-Oh like it or hate it at this point. Love it or hate
It's
it.
entirely possible to be given a 5-card hand in Yu-Gi-Oh, use all 5 cards to craft a board of monsters, all while refilling your hand with more cards, which of course, you can activate. Interestingly, there's exactly one expendable once per turn resource in Yu-Gi-Oh! Once per turn, each player can conduct exactly one normal summon of a level 4 or lower monster. And that's about it. Now the nitpicky among you might say, well, at least the cards in hand is a limited resource, right? Wrong.
Wrong, you can get all of
Yu-Gi-Oh!
them.
Is not governed by cards in hand, but rather by number of activations available. What's the difference? Well, let me introduce you to what Yu-Gi-Oh! Players have affectionately nicknamed the second hand.
The second, the graveyard.
The graveyard is the zone where expended cards go and where the monsters on the field and spells and traps that you've blown.
Some decks is not only the hand of the graveyard, but also the banish. The banish zone? What is it called? A banishment pile? I don't know what it's called. Yeah. Your sound is way louder than the video. Is it better now? Because I raised it a little bit.
However, many cards have effects that trigger only when in the graveyard, meaning that you can have an opponent with no cards in hand, but with a hefty graveyard, fully rebuild their resources with Grandpa's Tombstone and Grandma's Ashes.
Wow,
This is why the community has given the graveyard the moniker, the second hand. Even more sinister for someone unfamiliar with Yu-Gi-Oh! Is the role of the extra deck, from which monsters can be summoned from at any time to further build advantage without utilizing their cards in hand, effectively making it a third hand.
A third
Being restricted
hand.
by activations does have drawbacks, however. Have you ever wondered?
This is what killed Yu-Gi-Oh! This is what wow.
On those cards, why do Yu-Gi-Oh cards have so much text? Well, not all the text is just raw power, as almost every card printed in the last few years
Jesus.
have at least one line of text which restricts using the same cards or effects multiple times in a single turn. While Ash Blossom...
Yeah, I feel like that should be just an icon, right? Like, you can only use this effect of Ash Blossom Joy Spring once per turn. That should be an icon. That should be like a little, not a star, but a little, I don't know, like a little cross or something, right? To represent that effect. You don't have to write the whole thing.
Joyous Spring is an incredible card that almost everyone runs 3 copies of. Being usable only once per turn means drawing 3 in your opening hand is just as good as 1 copy and 2 Burger King coupons.
No.
Speaking
The
of
Burger King coupons are way more useful. Actually, I want Burger King now.
Which Ash Blossom is, of course, a hand trap, which is a category of card designed specifically as a right to bear arms against oppressive first-turn tyrants. Another way that Konami has attempted to rein in the power of Wombo Combo is to add restrictions to their cards, usually in the form of summoning restrictions, which restrict what type of monsters can be summoned for the rest of the turn. Like how the powerful monster spam deck Dragon Link uses the card Rocket Tracer, which locks the user into summoning only dark monsters from the extra deck.
You know, that is so funny, because if you're playing these cards that lock you into something, you usually don't play cards that are gonna get locked out of it, right? So that doesn't really mean anything for the game itself. It means something for how you build your deck. That's it. And why will someone play something like, I don't know, Cyber Dragon with K9? They sound like they have synergy, right? But Cyber Dragon locks you into machines, and then you cannot use your K9 cards unless you do it in a very specific order, which was another what is the word that I'm looking for? Something else that you have to think about in order to play it. Now that sounds correct, but that's why people don't play that, right? That's why people don't mix that usually, unless you're a masochist.
Restricting plays to a measly couple hundred cards, including some of the most powerful negation and extension tools in Yu-Gi-Oh's history. Unfortunately, despite having the foresight to put these sort of restrictions on powerful archetypal cards, some of the most powerful cards ever released in the past few years seem to forego these restrictions.
How so?
Sprite Elf is an extremely powerful card which supports all level 2s instead of just Sprite. This, of course, rocketed its native deck Sprite to the second best deck in the format, just behind the other deck abusing Sprite Elf. The presence of these restrictions often make or break cards, where either all decks are able to play the same broken combo line enabled by a card with no restriction, or you're forced to play a deck full of Flower Guardians. Really, I think a lot of it can also be tracked to one-card combos, which are exactly what they sound like. Combos which maximize the value you can get off a single card, which leads to hyper-consistent, long combo chains.
I don't know if this is a controversial opinion, chat, but do you think one-card combo should exist? I really feel like that shouldn't be a thing. Like, at least a one-card combo should just go into something weak. I just don't like how a one-card combo can get into a board full of 5 negates. Now that doesn't sound correct. Now that sounds not good at all, actually. I don't think that's a controversial opinion, right? I feel like people don't talk too much about one-card combos. Now, but I feel like that at this point it's like too hard to fix. Like, what are you gonna do? Ban all one-card combos? One-card combos can exist, but they need to be balanced. Well, yeah. Flower Carding, I remember that one. Yeah, it was played in something. I don't remember in what. I played against it one time. Back then, one card normal summon will get you one negate or interaction. Nowadays, it gets you an entire board. I mean, I guess one negate or interaction sounds correct, kinda, if you play it right. but definitely entire board is not okay. But what are we supposed to do? Ban like EXT Ryseal? What are we gonna do? Ban Habakiri? Right? I don't know.
Even the most unknown pack filler, only seen on a cultishly devoted YouTube channel archetype that you could imagine,
What is the worst Yu-Gi-Oh
probably
deck?
has some one-card combo
Eye of
setup that
Justice.
goes at least +3. But while it seems that Yu-Gi-Oh has irreversibly spiraled down a route of power creep, where the intrinsic game design had led us to a point of no return, I have to ask, does it have to be this way? After the Link summoning era brought us the likes of Firewall Dragon, enabling combos
The
extending
GOAT.
beyond 20 summons, as well as YCS champion Jesse Cotton comboing off on an official Konami livestream for 8 minutes against a literal child playing UFO Turtle.
This is always gonna follow Jesse and the Yu-Gi-Oh community. This is forever gonna be there. People will always talk about this, no matter what. I feel like it's a coin flip. Every time I watch a video essay, this dude has to be mentioned, right? At least like 50% of the time, this gets me destroyed a child, and he said it himself, right? He FTKs not only children but everyone, right? Those fists are rated E for everyone, yeah. I don't know, what was I trying to say?
Konami had enough. Rather than introducing a new shiny mechanic as they had done for each generation prior, Konami went, fine, we'll create our own Yu-Gi-Oh with draw 5s and passing. But while Rush Duels was billed as a completely different, simplified product, Konami was tinkering with ways to rein in the fun for the modern game. Instead of watching combo players spin their wheels for days at a time to set up a mid-board, why not just cut the middleman out, offering power at a fraction of the time?
What?
2022 Branded Despia format is the poster child for this design. Branded Despia could achieve its standard end board with just 3 summons. Its main rival at the time, Sword Soul, might be the most perfected example of this quick and powerful design philosophy. And no, I'm not beating the allegations, I'm gassing up
Sword
Sword Soul
Soul
again.
Simp.
Sword Soul can set up 3 interruptions and a card draw in his
Oh my
little
God.
6 summons. Tired of reading cards that disappear just as quickly as they pop up, leaving no time to read their abilities even if they matter to the game state? Well, watch out, tuner out of nowhere! Why make many summons when few summons can do the trick? This sort of design feels perfect for the future of Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Can continue being the balls-to-the-wall power fantasy where the perfect one card can reverse any situation like the anime had envisioned,
Jesus.
while saving new players the frustration of having to read 20 cards for a combo that ends with them immediately surrendering.
But like, does that actually fix things? Making cards like that makes it more like easy to learn or easier to watch? But does that make the game better? I guess it doesn't fix. Yeah, it doesn't fix anything, right? It doesn't make the game better. It just streamlines the same thing. I guess it will be easier to follow for new players, easier to follow for spectators that don't want to sit there. I watched a video of Joshua Schmidt playing playing against DDD deck, and he was just sitting there eating for 8 minutes. He was just eating his meal for 8 minutes while the opponent was comboing. And then he finished his meal and then he just sat there like waiting for the opponent to finish their combo. And then the funniest part is that he kept playing and forcing interactions and the opponent just lost because he ran out of time. It's so funny. It's so funny.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Makes you feel like Yugimoto. Your cards
No.
effortlessly slamming left and right onto the board, nearly unstoppable. It is unlike
Okay, I'm gonna be honest, that's kinda why I like Sky Striker. It's more streamlined because there is only one monster on the field, right? It seems more streamlined. But obviously, for someone who doesn't play Sky Striker, you will see, oh, what is this guy doing? He's just like drawing like spells. He just keeps drawing spells. He activated Engage like 6 times this turn. What the hell? Actually, no, I think you can only activate it like 5 times. Let me think. Yeah, I think you can only activate it 5 times. Unless I'm I'm missing. Like in a regular Sky Striker deck, you can only activate it like 5 times per turn, I feel. Yeah, Rush Duel is better to learn. No, I don't think so. To be fair, you need an Excel spreadsheet to play DDD deck. I can respect that. Yeah, no, I don't respect it actually. I think it's cringe.
Any other card game due to its lack of restraints and its lack of resources. But at the very least, Konami seems aware of this issue and have been designing cards in the future to improve upon it. Though, if you're looking for old school set 1 pass style Yu-Gi-Oh, unfortunately, I think that ship has sailed.
Yugiboomer detected. Nah, I like it. I like the game. I'm playing K9 right now, and I like it. It's not as combo heavy as other ones, but I like it. So yeah, thank you so much for the recommendation. Really cool video.